So this is my pull list for May the 18th of 16. Um, I got several books this week. If there's anything out there that you think I should be reading, man, leave me a comment. Let me know what I should be reading, man. But if you differ with my opinion on stuff, man, let me know, man. And anyway, pull list. So first off, I got Aquaman. The only reason I got Aquaman, I mean, other than the fact that I've been reading it since the beginning, is for this Booth variant cover, which is an homage cover to the first issue. I don't know that you can outdo Ivan Reyes on how awesome that first cover was, but I mean, I've really enjoyed Aquaman all the way through. I like the Jeff Johns stuff. The Jeff Parker stuff was really good. The Colin Bunn stuff I enjoyed. You know, I've really enjoyed everything that's gone on. Just the battle for him to reclaim Atlantis. And Mira has been a real influence. And her whole, like, battles and everything. Plus, just the backstory on his father and everything. Just really, really good series, man. If you ever had any interest in Aquaman, I would suggest going out maybe and picking this up in trade. The trades are really, really good. Especially that early Jeff Johns stuff. Really just made him out to be a badass. But next up, I got New 52, Wonder Woman number 52. This David Finch homage cover to the first issue that Cliff Chiang did. I really love Cliff Chiang's artwork. So once again, I don't know that you can outdo his number one. But I really enjoyed Wonder Woman for the most part all the way through. I really enjoyed the Azzarello Chang run. Once Meredith Finch and David Finch took over, I kind of waned on it a little bit. Quit reading it at issue 43, but like I say, I'm going to go ahead and pick this up just because of the homage cover and the fact that for the most part I read this series all the way through. Clean Room number 7. This series has really, really been interesting. Gail Simone's been writing just a freaking great series, and you know, the art and everything going on in this, man, really warped and twisted. I wouldn't expect any less from her, but you know, it's been a pretty good series, and I'm glad that it's one of the Vertigo titles that seems like it's going to continue to go on. Next up, I got Future Quest number 1. Really interested in this. Looks like you got some Wonder Twins. You got some, you know, Space Ghosts, some Johnny Quest going on in this story. You know, those are a lot of things that I grew up with, so I'm curious just to see what's going to happen with this. Jeff Parker's writing it, and I really enjoyed Jeff Parker's Batman 66, so I'm hoping he brings that same thing that he brought to Batman 66 to the Future Quest, but, you know, we'll see. Then I got Red Sonja, I believe this is number 5. I really didn't think I was going to continue to read this series after Gail Simone quit writing it because I really enjoyed Gail Simone's Red Sonja, but I really enjoyed Marguerite Bennett's take on Red Sonja. It's a little more warrior than Gail Simone was, and Anaki's art has really just been freaking spot on, man. It's been a really good series so far since this relaunch. Alright, man. Next up, I don't know what to say about Beauty if you're not reading Beauty, man. I got into this because of the fact that I love Jeremy Hahn as an artist, and so I got into it to see what his writing was like, and I really enjoyed this story. You know, a story about a sexually transmitted disease that, like, makes you beautiful and flawless, but there's downsides to it, such as you spontaneously combust, and, I mean, it's been a really, really enjoyable series. A really good mystery going on whether or not the government's behind, you know, letting this happen. And, you know, all the, like, inner turmoil between the factions to try to stop the beauty virus. So then next up, I got Deadpool, Last Days of Magic. I really, really enjoy Scott Koblish doing art on Deadpool, and so I picked this up. You know, I'm curious to see what exactly is going to go on with Dugan. The two of them together on Deadpool I've really enjoyed. But I'm mainly picking this up because I read Doc Savage and I read Scarlet Witch. And, there's just been this whole, magic, killing off magic and stopping magic throughout the world, which I really enjoyed as a story. And so, yeah, I'm curious to see why it is that exactly that I need a Deadpool tie-in to this story. Old Man Logan number 6. Can't say I'm a fan of this cover as much as the other covers have been awesome, but this has been a really good story, man. Kind of a fish out of water story where Wolverine's coming back and he's coming from Battle World, and so everything is kind of screwed up to what he's trying to come back and accomplish. And yeah, it's just been really, really funny the way that he's had to deal with everything on his way back. And like I say, man, Sorrentino's art, Andrea Sorrentino, constantly blows my mind with the way that he puts things on a page. And Jeff Lemire has been writing really good stories. So yeah, curious to see what's going to happen in number 6. Alright, so I'm not going to lie, man. I've not been enjoying this Women of Spider-Verse story that's been going on. I'm a couple of issues behind because I just don't feel it. But the one thing that this series has taught me is that I need to be reading Spider-Woman. Dennis Hopeless's story that he's writing here for Spider-Woman is really, really good. And I loved Javier Rodriguez's art in Daredevil. So, maybe I've learned from this that I need to be picking up Spider-Woman. What I have learned is that I don't need to be picking up Spider-Gwen. I still don't like that series. But all in all, man, this has been a pretty good part of the story. I just really wish that Spider-Gwen wasn't involved. I got Second Sight number 4. I've really been enjoying this Second Sight series from Aftershock, man. Aftershock's been putting out some good books. David Hine writing a really, really good story on this Second Sight. Alberto Palminiento, that's doing the art on this book, has been really, really good. I'm not sure who's doing the colorings on this book, but the coloring on this book has been amazing. Basically, this is a story about a guy that can see murders, and so he's trying to prevent them, and the relationship between him and his daughter, who really wants him to solve these mysteries. And so he's kind of having to do something that he said like 20 years ago he wasn't going to do anymore, because he has to see the crimes like through the eyes of the person that's being killed. And so it's really freaking awful. But man, this series has been so good from Aftershock, man. Second Sight. Sunflower number 5. I started out after 1 and 2 really liking this series, and I love this freaking cover. I think it's absolutely freaking amazing the way that she's like gone through all this strife and everything, and kind of like her trying to get to the cover of the water like signifies what she's been through. I just think it's an awesome freaking cover. But I haven't really been feeling Malik's story. But Lee Carter's art on this book has just been freaking top notch. So, 451's putting out some good series. If you don't check out anything from 451, man, check out some books, man. They got some good freaking books. Next up, I got Turncoat number 3. Man, with this book, I really want to like Alex Patniel's work, because I think he has some really, really good stories going on. I thought that Arcadia was an amazing concept that just for me didn't really execute. I don't know anybody else that read that, man. Tell me if you feel different. But, this is kind of more the same to me. That the art on it is okay. The story on it, man, the concept of it was amazing. But has just really not hit me with what I thought it was going to be. Basically, it's about like a V type of situation where aliens took over, and the people, sided with the aliens, and so now that the aliens are gone, they kind of view the people that sided with the aliens as traitors. And so, it's a great concept to me, but just the execution of it is just not there for me. I got X number 3. We'll see whether or not it comes out this week, man. Black Mass books are kind of funny that way, that you just never really know whether or not you're going to get the issue when it's supposed to come out. But I really enjoyed this story about an injured vet that goes in and does like mind wipes and mind manipulation, and so it's had like this whole like trippy, dream state thing going on. It's been really interesting. The end of the second issue was really good because terrorists were taking over the facility, and so they had to move his body of the person that he was doing a mind wipe on. And yeah, it's really been interesting, man. Black Mask, man, I say a million times, has got some awesome books. Just their timely manner of coming out sometimes kind of sucks. Then lastly, man, we got the second edition of the Lazarus hardcover coming out, man, covering issues 11 through 20. Lazarus is one of my favorite series, man. I love it. I get it in singles, I get it in hardcover, and I mean, just, man, love this series, love it forever. Everything that happened in this second hardcover, just good stuff, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the future. Alright, so that's what I got this week. If you picked up stuff that came out this week, there were several things I didn't pick up this week, but let me know what you're reading and such like that. Please leave me a comment, man. Love comments. If you want to sub, that'd be great. When I hit 250 subs, I'm going to do a giveaway. So I haven't really figured out what exactly I'm going to do on that. But yeah, man, thanks for watching, and I will chat at y'all next week.